All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Salito. Before I jump into this video, let me just say that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Don't look at me as a financial advisor, and I definitely don't want to fucking be one. Anything that I say in this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only, so please take everything with a grain of salt. All right. Okay, so we're gonna try something a little bit new on AMC. I'm not switching nothing up pertaining to anything from TA wise, but I just want to show you guys a little something. So as you see right here, this is the daily. It's kind of hard to tell with the green lines, from the labels or whatnot, but obviously you can just basically tell your equal lows, your equal highs, equal lows, equal highs. So basically, just about every 9 pip candles, you end up getting a high to basically get a high to high peak level, and then after that second one, it drops down. So as of right now, we kind of got one of these right here too, and then after that, I guess our run was broken, and we ended up dropping down to an area where this is the discount area, discount zone. This is your discount zone, and then this is your premium zone up here. So moving forward, right here on the daily, of course, I have my weekly high and my weekly low, of course, along with the daily high and the daily low. So this is your weekly high up here, your weekly low, daily high. Okay, so as of right now, with how everything is turning out, basically, just to make a long story short, we're in a very, very nice spot pertaining to price wise, because it's super cheap for one, and then two, of course, this green zone is a discount zone. In my opinion, I don't think this is going to last long, because on this indicator, it does show right here at the bottom too that this is a very, very weak low. So it's basically telling me that this green line right here that's going across is a weak low. So I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think that we're going to be breaking any lower no time soon. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt. It's kind of self-explanatory, of course. Your equilibrium right here, this is basically like your centerfold of things. Let me see if I can find an actual strong high. So here goes another premium area. This is also another premium area that I was talking about, where if we end up squeezing, of course, this would be, one of those point of interest areas or whatnot. But I'm trying to find an area for you guys where you can see where it's a week high, because I don't know, I don't think it's going to show it on here. Well, I guess not, but it is I was overlooking it, guys, I'm sorry. So it's right here, you have your strong high right here. It's actually sitting inside of the premium. So your strong high is sitting somewhere around $11 and some change. Yeah, there it goes right there. I tried to make it a little bit bigger, but it's not doing it for me. But you have your strong low, you have a weak low at the bottom, and you have a very, very strong high. So basically, this would be where we could possibly peak at. So now, looking at things, this is that area of interest of where we could possibly be peaking out, and then we start moving back down to the downside. I'm not a fundamentals guy, of course, but I know Adam Aaron has been tweeting lately talking about new movies for the second half of 2024, going into 2025 and 2026. Okay, cool. That may be, but in my opinion, there could be also a possibility that we do end up squeezing before this earnings coming up. But at the same time, there is a possibility as well that we end up squeezing during earnings, and we get that nice leg up, or there's a possibility that we end up just creating that slow uptrend to the upside. But above all, this is what I have right here, something new, showing you guys, we're at the bottom, and it's a very, very weak low bottom. So like we're not going to be down here for long. If anything, you can tell based off of the indicator for the MACD as well that the MACD is finally curled on the daily, and now it's catching up to the signal line. And as you can see, the purple is starting to fade out. So above all, everything's looking good on as far as AMC right now. But like I said, take with a grain of salt. This is your strong high, basically stating that this is as high as we can possibly go, and it peaks out. So 1145 would be around that area, not financial advice, based off the indicator. So let me go ahead and jump over here to the comparison real quick. I just wanted to show you guys that on AMC. I haven't updated anything since this morning on the charts for AMC or GameStop. I haven't been doing like literally nothing. I've just been trying to watch the charts today, but of course it's been a very, very shitty, boring trading day. It was sideways basically majority of the day for AMC. So let me get this adjusted for you guys real quick, and then we can go and talk about it. So let me move this over, because I said I was going to keep moving this over every time we end up, making our little moves and stuff. Let me just go on and delete this. So over here on your right hand side, on your right hand side you have your ancient past, and on your left hand side, I'm sorry, and on your left hand side you have your present time. Okay, so it looks like things are being lagged. Okay, like it just basically looks like we're lagging out towards our squeeze right now. And so I'm gonna actually move this over to possibly about right here, just on a guesstimate level of things. But like I say, take with a grain of salt. Everything still looks good. From the green to orange, orange to purple, green to orange, orange to purple. Got your little crazy W, then it drops down to your pink arrow. So like I said before in one of my previous videos as well, as you can see, once we got to the purple arrow, we dropped, and then we created this green pip candle right here, and thought we was going to get a nice little move to the upside, and got a pump fake and got pressed down even harder to the down into the descending wedge drawn out. So just like right here as well, with the purple, it does the same thing. You trade sideways, and then you end up getting your drop, and then you get your fake pump, and then you get dropped. So as of right now, I'm still thinking that we're down here somewhere in this area. They're just not but the powers that be are actually lagging this play to run, because I guess they're fucked. So but anywho, just playing things safe. Even though I just showed you guys off of the last chart of AMC on the single chart, on the single display of things, I still think that AMC is going to reach around $8.47, possibly $8.50. But like I said before, if we do break that $9.50 range up to $10 range, then there's a possibility that we may squeeze. Like I said on what I just showed off the last display as well of AMC, that $11 and some change is looking very nice as well too. But it's all in that area right now, in my opinion, based off my TA. But so far so good in my opinion with AMC. AMC is still tracking. They're just the powers that be are just trying to shake more paper hands out or whatever. Shake more weak-handed individuals out of this play before they decide to let it run. Earnings is actually coming up, and as you can see, earnings is actually earnings, how everything turned out on the ancient past of things. We may be getting this. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I'm actually super excited about this, but like we may actually start getting that climb to the upside. Like literally, like it may start this Friday, it may start this week, but I do have this feeling like deep down inside, based off my TA, of course, that we're actually going to be starting to see a lot of movement to the upside next week. But like I say, take everything with a grain of salt. It's not financial advice in no shape, form, or fashion. But as you can tell over here on the right hand side, how we had this falling trend to the downside in the ancient past. You can tell that this was actually lagged out. So this one's a little bit more longer than taking a little bit longer more than expected compared to this side. So you have earnings coming up on this side, and of course when you saw earnings on this side, we basically peaked out somewhere in between earnings, the first and second earning, and then you started dropping down to the downside. So the same thing is possibly happening over here as well too. We end up dropping, and after that we go up, and then we probably get probably like a straight freaking knife to the downside once going into earnings or whatnot. I also do not think that we're gonna go as low as we did in the ancient past, because if we do, that would be bad. But you're talking about like literally close to $0. Like you're talking about the dollar range, and that it's possible. Anything's possible, but like I say, I just don't see that happening. If it does, then hey, you're in the discount zone again. But I know a lot of people are getting tired of this play. I'm getting tired of this play. It's very psychological warfare at its finest. A lot of manipulation. So I mean, if you've been here for 3+ years, like how I've been, you kind of get used to it, and you just keep going. But that's just me though, along with the other few out there who love this stock. But anyways, AMC looks good. AMC's on the right track, doing its thing, and like I said, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that. But so far so good. So let's go over here to SHIB real quick, and then after that we'll talk about GameStop, because GameStop is pretty self-explanatory as well. So with SHIB is I'm still feel that SHIB is somewhere in this sideways trading area, and as you can see, it's still trading sideways, and it's starting to ramp up. I'm thinking that SHIB is really about to squeeze like sooner than later, in my opinion. Based off how everything is looking right now. You can also tell from how the MACD line is actually about to grade across the signal line. They're actually pretty close to each other. So, and also with that being said, with the MACD and the signal line being so close to each other, you have the color is starting to be fade out. Well, it's starting to fade out. The color is red, and then it starts to fade out to this crazy pink. So it's about to start looking like something like this over here towards the green. If anything, like I said, my numbers are still not the same. I mean, my numbers are still the same. I'm sorry. And those numbers are 3,607 of a penny, which I feel that's what we need to break. And then once we break 3,607 of a penny, we'll possibly be peaking around 11,664 of a penny. So basically, SHIB on this go round should be losing another 0. And after that, only time will tell on if it's going to continue going higher or if it's just going to end up, crashing back down to the downside. But like I said, it's not financial advice. Just take everything with a grain of salt. But SHIB's looking very, very good too. SHIB is looking very, very good. All right, so let's go over here to GameStop, and then after that, you guys get you guys on out the way or whatnot. let's see what we got over here. So right hand side, this is your present. And of course, on the left hand side, I have to readjust real quick because that's your ancient past. I don't understand why TradingView doesn't just doesn't keep it where I had it. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing this over and over again. I mean, you guys see what I see, right? Okay. So as of right now, Ancient Past shows right here on the white candle that we did get a nice little hammer candle right here, and then boom, it started moving up to the upside. But right here on the present time, it's kind of showing like we created a double bottom. So if anything, tomorrow there's a possibility that we may begin to see our move to the upside. Okay. So far, so good on GameStop. It's very self-explanatory, like I said before already. As you can see right here from the purple going straight down, nothing but red. Purple going straight down to the white candle. It gaps down, and then it got, kind of choppy, and then it started dropping down even more. I guess trying to play out the rest of what was happening here. But hopefully the bottom is in now, based off of this pip candle right here. Showing that there's a possibility that this is a double bottom. It's not going to really show it as good as it would show on TradingView for compared to how it is on Weeble, based off different calibrations of their charts. But I'm seeing a double bottom right here, and I'm starting to see that this is going to be some upside. So like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. But as far as price action goes, once everything starts happening for GameStop to start moving like on a squeeze level of things, I'm looking at $21. Once we break $21, there's a possibility that we can either go up to $25 or even higher. So $21 is my peak right now, but if we break past that, $25 will possibly be the peak, in my opinion. Also, as you can tell as well over here on the daily of GameStop as well, that the MACD line is getting much closer to your signal line, and you can obviously see that with the discoloration as well, with the color starting to brighten up, and the bars are getting smaller. So yeah, looks good. Everything looks good in my opinion. So as far as tomorrow goes, with price action wise on everything, let me pull up my other chart on my phone real quick. Got my phone up right now. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so in the after hours right now with GameStop, we ended up at $11.18. So basically up up 1.54%. Okay, so like I said, there's a possibility that this thing may start moving tomorrow. As far as price wise, pertaining to tomorrow, I'm looking more so like around a possible high tomorrow of possibly like around $11.33. You break 11.33, there's a possibility that we might go up to 11.45 for a low if shit hits the fan. I would think that you'd break below 11.33, and then, not below 11.33. You would break below $11, and then you start continuing down towards that $10.70 range. But like I say, take everything with a grain of salt, and not financial advice in no shape, form, or fashion. For AMC, we just ended up being in a barcode trade today, of course, and in my opinion, we got to break $3. $3 is a very, very critical area that needs to be broken. But of course, like I showed you guys before, at the start of the video, we're at the bottom, and I feel that we are at the bottom, and it's super, super weak. You have a very, very weak low, and I feel that if we break $3, we can possibly go up to $3.03. But like I told my Discord as well, that we need to get above $3.05, and then once we get above that, there's a possibility that we can stay above $3, but we might see a little bit more barcoding, depending on how things go. So other than that, that's the end of the video, guys. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Salito out.